Thinking in terms about what other media institutions may support my charity or make links with it, I've had to think about my issue and where, in fact, its advertisement of my charity would be appropriate. As my charity, Forgotten Children, is aimed at supporting the child witnesses of domestic violence, I have had to think both about the primary and secondary audiences and what institutions would be appropriate for my charity to advertise in. In terms of primary audience, the media institutions have to be both aimed at children or teenagers. For example, one media institution that may support my charity would be CBBC.
Weekends on CBBC.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that is amazing.
Where's Freddie?
I'm on fire. I'll say.
That has got to hurt.
It's massive. It should be really exciting.
It's just this huge monster.
Catch up with all your favourites every weekend on CBBC.
The CBBC channel would be appropriate for the advertising of my charity because of its target audience and its aim in basing its whole television timetable around my target audience. This TV guide displays what shows feature on a usual weekday of the CBBC channel. After analysing the TV timetable, I have discovered that all of the shows featured on the CBBC channel would be based at the same target audience as my charity is. Adverts between these shows could feature my charity video, raising not only the awareness of the issue, but so that children do know how to access the support if they need to around the issue. Also, a television show featured regularly on CBBC is Tracy Beaker. Tracy Beaker is about a young girl who is in foster care and lives at a care home. I could use the programme in order to incorporate the theme of child witnesses of domestic violence. For example, as many children come and go from the care home in the programme, one episode could feature a child who has been a witness, and the episode could be based around his or her struggle in society due to the issue essentially being forgotten. This would be effective as it would allow the issue to be explored in a different way of advertising, making it relatable for the target audience. I could either have my charity name being mentioned throughout the episode and how it helped the character, or shown at the end of the episode, as I could have an advertisement of my charity name, logo and contact details.
I can make my world come true. All my dreams will see me through. Doesn't matter what may come my way. Believe me now, I will win someday. Hi, I'm Tracy.
The programme Tracy Beaker approaches sensitive issues and presents them in a way in which is child-friendly, yet still informative about care homes, the care system, and in general real-life issues that most children, luckily, do not have to face. However, it is effective to teach children of these issues, as it is teaching them about child witnesses of domestic violence, because it is a real-life problem that does occur. By combining my issue into a Tracy Beaker episode on CBBC, I believe it would directly teach children about it, raising its awareness, but in a child-friendly way, and is still entertaining. By using media institutions to distribute my media product, I will attract more people to donate towards my charity and raise awareness of the issue. To attract my secondary audience of adults and raise their awareness, I would use the media institution of magazines to increase their knowledge of the issue. Throughout my research, I discovered that not many adults were aware of my issue and who were where to contact for advice or support if needed. Magazine-wise, I researched various newspapers and magazines that I thought would be most appropriate to feature and advertise my charity in. I concluded from my research that as many newspapers give out free magazines on a Sunday, for example, this magazine, Take It Easy, there is more of a chance of people buying it and therefore reading it. Take It Easy comes free with the Sunday People on a Sunday. The sales of newspapers globally is a lot higher than those of the magazines, giving people more of a chance of reading this particular magazine rather than going out and buying a separate one, as it comes free with a newspaper. Take It Easy features gossip as well as real-life stories, and is aimed at the target audience of adults. To incorporate my charity into the magazine, I could create a feature, double-page spread on the issue of child witnesses of domestic violence. Or, instead, I could create, at the end of the magazine, my name and logo is in a small box or paragraph just with information about the issue and my charity, where to come, with contact details. If I was to use a double page spread of the issue, I could include things like statistics and images and anecdotes, more so than I would be able to if it was a small paragraph within the magazine. This would raise more awareness of the issue, therefore persuading people to donate towards my charity, and they'll have a better knowledge of where to go for help or support if needed. Another type of magazine I could also feature my issue and charity within would be TES. Connecting 46.2 million teachers around the world, TES is a magazine that operates globally and features various different teaching techniques, studies and statistics. Therefore, by using my issue and charity within TES, it would give teachers a closer insight and in-depth knowledge to child witnesses of domestic violence and how to spot one and where to go for advice. Another media institution I could use to advertise my charity and raise awareness of my issue would be the use of school website pages. As my primary target audience would fit both into an age range of late primary school and secondary school, various school websites could feature a page or some information about my issue and advertise my charity. This would raise awareness of the issue for students within the schools and give them more knowledge and a closer insight and accessibility of advice and support if needed. Also, the use of school newsletters could be useful. Here is a primary school newsletter I picked up. I have analysed the primary school newsletter, and all of the information featured on it is personal to the school. However, there are no charity names or advice or support links for children if they need it in certain circumstances. Therefore, by contacting schools, I could ask them to produce some information in their weekly newsletters about my issue and my charity. As most weekly newsletters from school are uploaded now onto the internet as well, like this example from Parliament Hill, it means that past newsletters and information are easily accessible on the go. By producing this information into school newsletters, it will teach both students and parents who visit the school websites about the issue and give them both my charity to contact if they feel they need to. In terms of other newsletters I could use to feature my media product within, I have analysed the Camden Children's Centre Service newsletter. The newsletter booklet provides information on what goes on in various centres in Camden for children. And as my charity will be based in Camden, this would be the ideal media institution to advertise my charity in. Also, the booklet offers a range of courses that go on in each centre, and I could create information or even teaching courses at my own charity, teaching people of what the effects of being a child of domestic violence are like, and what we can do as a society to prevent the issue from actually happening. Also, within the newsletter, there are page advertisements. For example, there is an NHS healthy lifestyle advertisement. There is a full page on an advertisement of courses. And finally, another advertisement for confident parents and children. I could feature my charity advertisement within the newsletter in this way in order to attract my target audience of both primary audience of children, but mainly the secondary audience of adults, as they'll be the ones that are reading the newsletters, and this would even persuade them to donate. Overall, by researching the different media institutions that would distribute my media product, the advertisement of my charity within these institutions would not only raise awareness of my charity, but of the issue too. As my issue of child witnesses of domestic violence is a taboo in society, as children are often considered the forgotten victims of domestic violence, as well as most domestic violence cases being unreported to police, the issue overall needs to be spoken more about, which is the reason to why media institutions would want to distribute my media product to prevent the issue from happening.